always goes wrong. I think they added RTX. Or am I... Who the hell Grumpat? Where's the gauge? I'm not gonna ask what the fuck got going on, man. FBI, it's him right now. Oh! Oh, fucking shit! Now, bro, fucking got the. Couch. 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 Oh, this seems weird as fuck. I remember this so hard. I remember this. But I'm just gonna I'm just gonna sign up for a job, you know, that's why. I'm gonna take a look at this. I'm doing 911 call.
What's your emergency?
I finished all them brownies.
Sir, this line is for emergencies.
Oh, then I'm real glad I called. I got an emergency all right, 'cause I just realized that my body's a haunted house. 'Cause inside, there's a skeleton, a ghost, and blood and shit all over the walls.
How many brownies did you eat, sir?
Well, either a Gornblumium or Gornplublumium, but farther along in slop.
Are those supposed to be numbers, sir?
It's and bottom.
Is that supposed to be a yes, sir?
Little bloop.
Sir, I think your brain broke.
Flarm gleep, flarmulate, glitch, boot, mayonnaise, back, stretch, crouton, flarm.
Goodbye, sir.
Going.
911.
Mm.
911, what's your emergency? All right, you've been tied up and taken hostage. Do you know who tied you up? When did these women with tattoos tie you up? Have you been tied up this entire time? I understand that this is very traumatic, but trust me that everything will be okay. Okay, let's get you out of there. I want you to try to untie yourself. Right. Can you get your hands free and untie them? Excellent. Now I want you to move slowly towards the exit. I want you to go slowly just in case anybody around you is guarding you. Do you see any guards? I think you should find a hiding place and just wait for help. Shots fired! Get out of there! Serpentine! Serpentine! Serpentine pattern!
I'm bulletproof.
Ma'am, you're definitely not bulletproof. Serpent Kid! 911, what's your emergency?
Sign up.
All right, you've been tied up and taken hostage. Do you
I
know
should probably
911, what's
do
your
that.
emergency?
Sign up.
All right, you've been tied up and taken hostage. Do you know who tied you up?
Girls with tattoos.
When did these women with tattoos tie you up?
After midnight.
Have you been tied up this entire time? I understand that this is very traumatic, but trust me that everything will be okay. Okay, let's get you out of there. I want you to try to untie yourself. Right. Can you get your hands free and untie them?
Yes.
Excellent. Now I want you to move slowly towards the exit. I want you to go slowly just in case anybody around you is guarding you. Do you see any guards?
Man, is this where you were standing when you saw the man outside?
Yes. Yeah, right there.
Man, I'm Sergeant Grant. If there was someone outside, they're gone. They know. It looked to you like anybody's been outside?
No. I mean, the ground's wet, didn't see any footprints.
I did. She says that she was standing pretty much right over here.
The ambulance service.
Can teachers...
The ambulance service. What's the telephone number? Okay, what's the address where you need the ambulance? Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I've got a lot of help coming to you, okay? Are you alone? No, kids. Who has a kid? I'm still here with you, okay? How many people are hurt? You don't know? Okay. Help is already on the way, okay? Yes, ma'am. They're already on their way. The question won't slow them down at all. Bear with me. Can you hear me? Is the attacker still nearby? Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I want to stay on the line. You don't hear your other kids? How many kids were there? How many kids?
Can teachers mark you absent if you're only a minute late? Well, look what the cat dragged in. Sorry, I was helping an old lady across the street. Lively story. The bell rang. I'm marking you absent. What? The bell literally rang a second ago. I didn't even miss anything. Mike, number one, there's no federal law saying that teachers can't mark students absent for being a minute late. Yeah, because you're at my house, buddy, and I make the rules. No, this is going to ruin my perfect record. You should have left that woman on the street. Whoa, buddy, relax. Number two, even though there's no federal law about it, there could be rules about it in your state or school policies. Yeah, right. As if the school would actually have a policy about, oh, no. Anything interesting in there, Teach? No. Like I said, my house, my rules. Mike, what do I do if he's becoming too powerful? Number three, if a teacher is going directly against school policy, you can tell an administrator or school board. Excuse me, I'm with the school board. I heard a teacher laughing in here maniacally. Oh, sorry I'm late. I was having trouble crossing the street until, hey, you're that nice young man from earlier. Can teachers mark you absent if you're only a...
When I found out that they only did Heads Up 7-Up so that the teachers could figure out who the cheaters in class are, I thought I must have confused my teacher so bad because I never cheated on a test, but I cheated at Heads Up 7-Up every single time. It's Heads Up 7-Up. Who gives a shit? I am looking at everybody's sneakers. I am a criminal mastermind. I don't care about honor right now. I just want to see the secrets. When I found out that they only did Heads Up 7-Up so that the teachers could figure out who the cheaters in class are, We are never going to bed! Hey, how many times do I have to tell you to go to sleep? We don't want to! Well, that's fine. It's just... the most terrifying creature in the world might hear you. An Enderman? Oh no! Even Endermen tell their children to fear them. What is it? Player characters. They hunt Endermen day and night, scooping their eyeballs out of their skulls. Their blades are forged from the nether itself, and they have an unquenchable hunger. But you know what the worst part is? What?
They can use doors. All right, we're going to bed. We are never going to bed. Hey, how many times do I have to tell you to go to sleep? We don't want to. Well, that's fine. It's just 2 computer viruses on Windows 11. So first I ran the Legend Bonzi Buddy, and
Welcome to the mouth. What's the purpose of your visit? Pleasure. How long do you plan to stay in the body? About a week. Says here you're a red blood cell. Yeah. Then why are you green? I haven't been very well. What? I've reason to suspect you're a virus. I'm not. I'm afraid we're gonna have to kill you. No, I'm sorry. I'll go a few later, I'm afraid. I promise I'll never come back. You just follow these white blood cells, they'll take care of you. Thanks for visiting. Next. Hi. Welcome to the mouth. What's the purpose of your visit? Look, mate, I'm just as confused as you are. Welcome to the mouth. What's the purpose of your visit? Pleasure.
Fire rescue, somebody called for a sick person? Hello? I can see everything, man. Holy pupils, Batman. I'm not sure what he took, but he's been like that for 2 hours. I'm Batman. Hey, buddy, did you take anything? I don't know, man. Did you take something? He should go to the hospital, right? Honestly, I'm not sure what they're going to do for him, but it's going to be a fun ride no matter what. Fire rescue, somebody called for...
Oops. I dropped my wallet. I dropped my wallet. I dropped my wallet.
This scientist just invented an unlimited supply of electricity. Earlier, when he was buttering his toast, it fell down, and he noticed something. He then butters the bread again and lets it fall from a very close distance, and still the buttered side falls on the table. The genius scientist now takes his cat, lets it fall a few times, and notices that every single time the cat lands on its feet. When he sees his friend, who was working very hard to produce electricity, he uses his 200 IQ and attaches the buttered side of the bread to the cat's back with duct tape. He then lets the cat fall, but instead of falling, the cat starts rotating really fast because the cat wants to land on its feet and the bread on its buttered side. This has now become a never-ending, endless electricity-producing paradox. He now uses this newly invented endless electricity machine to light up his whole town because this scientist just invented an
Cats on E.
So if you're chasing someone and they throw an...
Hello? Hi, is your mom home?
What are you doing?
Experiment.
What kind of experiment?
What an experiment.
That's freaky.
I'll say.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. Hang on, hang on.
Okay.
Don't let go.
Okay.
26 feet. Hold on tight.
Okay.
Are you at the corner?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You can let go.
What does it say?
Says this room is 5 feet longer on the inside than it is on the outside.
Wait, how does that work? What are you doing?
Experiment.
What kind of experiment?
Bedtime. Yeah? We've got another decision to make. Right. And what's that got to do with me? Well, it's a bit of a big one, so upstairs thinks it's probably a good idea. You're the brain cell, why don't you figure it out? Well, yeah, but brain's asking what the heart wants, so I'm a pump. I pump blood. It's not in my wheelhouse. It's just we've been told to follow our hearts. So you never asked the appendix. Well, yeah, but they're useless. Or the gut. Can't trust them. And what makes you think I'm qualified? Well, because you're the emotional one. What? No, I didn't mean... I mean... Hey, Mom.
Why are we afraid of the dark? Even if it's not the most common fear in the world, like snakes, spiders, and public speaking, there's still millions or potentially billions of people who are afraid of the dark.
Just like you, right, Pharaoh?
No, I just shut up, Ricky.
Man, you need that on a t-shirt.
So why are so many people afraid of the dark? Well, besides the dark being commonly associated with scary stuff, since 99% of horror movies take place in the dark, it also has to do with something called prepared fear, an evolutionary trait where we're simply ready for something to attack us, so we're filled with anxiety and adrenaline, which is also why it's so hard for these people to fall asleep. And continuing with this is also the obvious fear of the unknown, which is one of the most common traits in humans. It's also why we fear the future, or a job interview, or asking someone out, because we don't know what's going to happen, and we don't know what's lurking in the shadows. But that's... Why are we afraid of...
It's not that I don't like people. What's the fastest you've wiped a smirk off of someone's face? My stepfather used to love to make my life miserable. One of the ways he did this was to walk through the kitchen while I was washing dishes, plunge his hand into the dishwater, and yell, "This dishwater is ice cold. You can't get dishes clean in cold water. Now empty that out, make some hot dishwater, and wash all these over again." Since I detested washing dishes, this would always make me cry or feel defeated. Then he would smirk and walk out of the kitchen feeling very proud of himself. It didn't matter how hot the dishwater was, it was always the same. Sometimes he'd wait until I was almost done, when the dishwater was sure to be barely warm. So one night I had enough. I put a stock pot on the stove to boil, then powered the boiling water in the sink with some dish soap. I loaded the sink with dishes, and then stirred them around a bit with a wooden spoon to make it sound like I was doing dishes. Sure enough, I soon heard him coming my way as he walked into the kitchen. He plunged his hand into the boiling hot dishwater. His hand came out of that sink so fast, it was a blur. He looked at me with mingled hatred and respect and walked out of the kitchen. That was the last time he ever tested my dishwater. What's the fastest you've wiped a smirk off of someone's face?
Karma.
To love to make my life miserable. One of the ways he did this was to walk through the kitchen while I was washing dishes, plunge his hand into the dishwater, and yell, "This dishwater is ice cold. You can't get dishes clean in cold water. Now empty that out, make some hot dishwater, and wash all these over again." Since I detested washing dishes, this would always make me cry or feel defeated. Then he would smirk and walk out of the kitchen feeling very proud of himself. It didn't matter how hot the dishwater was, it was always the same. Sometimes he'd wait until I was almost done, when the dishwater was sure to be barely warm. So one night I had enough. I put a stock pot on the stove to boil, then powered the boiling water in the sink with some dish soap. I loaded the sink with dishes, and then stirred them around a bit with a wooden spoon to make it sound like I was doing dishes. Sure enough, I soon heard him coming my way as he walked into the kitchen. He plunged his hand into the boiling hot dishwater. His hand came out of that sink so fast, it was a blur. He looked at me with mingled hatred and respect and walked out of the kitchen. That was the last time he ever tested my...
911, somebody call for dizziness? Hey,
Is it really reversed? Bro, let's try.
Hey, what the heck? Who is this? Who are you and why are you texting me from this number? What do you mean? I'm Mark. No, you're not. Mark was my brother. He died 3 years ago. Hey, Alyssa. No, you are not real and this is a dream. This is real. I have your phone. How are you even texting me? Who is this? I already told you I'm Mark. Mark was in the army. He was considered dead 2 years ago. I know, I got out. Whoever this is, you're not funny. Playing with my emotions like this is wrong. You have to believe me. Why? Prove that it's you. Call me. I can't call. I lost my voice in the war. That's a terrible excuse. Why can't you send me a picture of your face? Or, I don't know, show up to the house. Because I'm literally 2,000 miles away and I don't want to show you my face. Pretty convenient that you can't show me your face or your voice. I was shot in the neck and considered dead, but locals saved me. I lost my voice in the process and now have a massive scar going down my neck. Oh my god, that actually makes sense. My brother was pronounced dead due to a gunshot wound to the neck. Yeah, it's me, Alyssa. I miss you and Mom so much. I miss you so much. How is Mom doing? Is she okay? She's fine. She talks about you every day. Oh man, I feel bad. It's okay. It's not your fault. No, you don't understand. What? Alex, your younger brother. You mean our? No, your younger brother. He gave me your older brother's phone to mess with you. Dude, this is going too far though. I'm super sorry. I'm just a high school kid that's friends with your little bro. Hey, what the heck? Who is it?
Put a finger down if your mom ever skipped a meal so you could eat. Put a finger down caring mom and...
What is that thing? It's a Nintendo Switch. It's a computer. No, it's kind of like a Game Boy, but better. What's that supposed to mean?
Alright, class, and that is why babies cannot drive. Does anyone have any questions? No. Alright, moving on. Today we're gonna...
in my last video, I cured 1,000 blind people, but I now realize that was super late, which is exactly why today I'm going to blind 1,000 people. So, how do you feel? Wow. Well, that's one down. Only 9 999 to go. In my last
word. Honey, no, you can't say those words. If you say those words to someone, it'll be the last words that they hear. Ever. Okay, Mommy, I won't say it. Mommy, what are your last words? I can't tell you because if I say those words, you won't hear another word ever again. I say. No, what are you doing? I was just kidding, Mommy. I couldn't stop. Sweetie, what are you doing? I'm getting ready to go out with my friends, Mom. No, I'm sorry, but you can't go out tonight. It's a school night. Plus, you have to stay home and watch your little sister. Why do I have to take care of little sissy? Can't you call a babysitter for once? I never get to go out with my friends. Babysitters are too expensive. I'm working 2 jobs just to get by. Please understand. No, Mom, it's not fair.
Parents kicked me out at 16 to make room for my sister's new baby. I posted about their neglect online, and Dad begged when rich grandparents threatened his inheritance. I turned 16 just a week ago. There was no party, no celebration, and my parents barely even wished me. The reason behind that was my older sister, Amanda. She's pretty much my parents' favorite and has always been for some reason. She's 7 months pregnant right now, and since we have a house with 4 bedrooms, my parents sat me down on the morning of my birthday to inform me that they now wanted me to move to my aunt's house so the new baby could have the room. My parents have never really cared about me and have always done the bare minimum, but this was shocking. After they were done explaining to me, we just sat there in silence for a while. They told me that they would still take care of all my expenses until I turned 18 and make sure I was well fed and looked after, but they just couldn't keep me with them in the same home anymore. I asked them why they couldn't just use the guest room for the nursery. They told me that they'd use that for Amanda's boyfriend to stay with them. Parents kicked me out at 16 to make room for my sister's new baby.
I give up a